our way of coping. It's our body's way of protecting us. So when people come to me and they say, you know, Kenry, I have done Weight Watchers, I have done this, I've done that, and I just can't lose weight. What I tell them is, one, all of those behaviors are conscious. So when someone says, eat this many calories, eat these hours, and exercise 3 times a week and drink this much water, it's a great plan, but that's all conscious action. And our minds are made up of the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Conscious mind is 12%. So just picture an iceberg. That is our logic, willpower, action, to-do list, remembering to go to your doctor's appointment. That's all logical, that's all exterior. Subconscious is 88% of your mind, and that is the emotional mind, all of your long-term beliefs, all of your values, and it is the bigger part of the iceberg, and it is driving the bus. It is the motherboard. It is, if you picture a garden, all of the crops that you see on the top, the flowers, that's your conscious mind. And then below the soil is your subconscious, and those are all the deep roots in there. So what I do, because if you want to change your outer actions, you have to go underneath and change what's below you. You have to rewire that or dig up the garden. So a couple of examples I use is you have these plants you don't want, right? So that's your overeating, binge eating, lack of motivation, these plants that you don't want. And you try very hard to temporarily make those changes. And that is like, oh, I'm going to cut this flower, I'm going to cut these plants. And what happens? They grow back. And that is temporary change. That is conscious action. So in order to have a different garden, you have to get to the root. In my hypnosis sessions, I practice something called RTT, Rapid Transformational Therapy. It combines the most effective forms of hypnosis, parts therapy, neuro-linguistic programming, part therapy, psychotherapy, and cognitive behavioral therapy. So I'm like a triple threat, right? Because I'll get into your mind. I have a great voice, just kidding. And you'll fall in love with me. And I do nutrition. So I'm a triple threat. But I'll exit that out. I'll crop that out. But so what I do is if you want to change your garden, you have to dig to the root. And that's how I'm different from other hypnotherapists, actually, even different hypnotists, because they just throw seeds on top. So they'll give you a recording and they'll hypnotize you and say, you don't want the sugar, you don't want the bread, and it's just throwing seeds on top of your garden. But with me, I regress you back. I get to the root of why. Why is it that you just can't stop binge eating? Why can't you stop comfort eating? And I bring you back to 3 scenes where you are completely aware of everything you're saying and doing. We're digging to the root and we're getting rid of it. And then I give you a little hypnosis during the session, and that is planting the new seeds. And then I give you a custom recording where you are nurturing your garden. Another analogy I love to use is you have a Honda, you really want a Lamborghini. So the conscious action, the motivational videos that you watch, the books that tell you what to do, that's like changing the body of your car. Your car looks like a Lamborghini, it's not fitted well, but the engine's still a Honda. I get under the hood and we change what's under the hood. We take out,
Change the engine.
I change the engine. We take out what's not working in the engine and we add new parts to make it go faster. And that's what my hypnotherapy does. So whatever you want to see, and it's repetition. The mind learns from repetition. Listening to my recording, my 20-minute recording every single day for at least 21 consecutive days or even longer, but 21 consecutive days is how long it takes to create a new habit, and listening to that for at least 21 days and then continuously. I've listened to my recording for 2 years now, and my life is completely different from it used to be, and I am so much more confident. So when people come to me for weight loss, I let them know all of these conscious actions, the diet, eating this much, this many times a week, exercising, drinking this much water, it's all conscious. It will only last for so long because you have to rely on willpower. When you come to me, we get to the root and then we plant the new seeds that will make you feel compelled to do it. And that's why I'm different from a nutrition coach, which I am also. I teach the nutrition after, but I'm different from a personal trainer and a nutrition coach because I get into your subconscious mind, which is the motherboard, which is driving all of the outer behavior. And that's why my program is very effective. Because anyone can Google a really good diet and a really good plan to lose weight. Eat this many calories, macros, micros, count, measure, but the problem is that we can't stay consistent because we have to form new habits. And our habits of action are controlled by our thoughts, and our thoughts are controlled by our beliefs. So if we